Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Somebody's Auntie. We are not your mama's sister, but your auntie with the T. I am your girl, Natalie Knox.
What's up? It's your girl, Keysha E.
And
I'm
Prince. What Prince? I'm so.
We have a special guest today.
Wait, do I need to say
No,
something?
no, you're good. You're good. No,
It should have been one of us. Welcome, Prince Baggett.
Actually, how do you say your last name? I feel like
Baggett.
everybody butchers it. Baggett.
Baguette. Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't imagine how many people butcher your
Well,
name.
people say Baggett, Badget. It just
Yeah.
depends.
Okay, so
Prince
now y'all know.
Baggett.
Now y'all know how to
Yes.
say his name.
Yes.
Welcome, Inglewood bred, head of Confluential Films and tequila connoisseur.
I am a tequila connoisseur.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm an
Prin-
everything connoisseur.
Prince is the reason why I'm drinking water today, y'all.
Well, no.
Because
Don't blame Prince for that.
yesterday-
Yeah, she
Woo,
went
child.
in. She went in for sure.
Well, welcome. We're really excited to have you here. What are we talking about today, Keish?
Well, we're going to pull the topic out of the glass as normal. But
Okay.
really quick, before we get to that, just so that the people know, we want to talk a little bit about what you got going on. So you
Yeah.
are the head of film, right?
Yes.
What exactly does that mean? Tell us what your job entails, basically.
So I generally oversee the motion picture group, meaning that my job is to develop, produce, make decisions on financing films at our company, as well as overseeing development. So bringing on writers, bringing on directors, overseeing the projects that we take on that feel commercially viable, and just kind of seeing it from beginning to the end.
So you can hire me, is what you're saying.
I could.
Are you hiring?
That's a better question. But also, we also have some TV responsibilities. Where I also oversee a couple projects that we're doing with Netflix and so forth in
That's
that
dope.
space too. But yeah, as a whole, I just oversee the whole motion picture group though,
Okay.
as the head of that group.
Now, did you go to school for that? For people who want to know, for everybody who says, "Oh, Hollywood is just so hard to kind of break into," did you go to school for that, or you kind of just knew what you wanted to do? Like, how did that whole thing work?
I did not go to school for that. I actually got my degree in business, and my whole thing was to just kind of work in the corporate world of it all. And then when I got in the corporate world, starting as an intern at Paramount, then I had the opportunity to learn development and be a part of development and see how you could create things. And ultimately, it kind of changed my whole trajectory on what I wanted to do. And it took me down the path of development and producing projects.
Okay.
That's dope.
That is
So what do
dope.
you look for, like, when you make the decisions basically on whether or not you guys are going to pick up this film, create it, or a TV show? Like, what exactly do you look for when you're looking at these films? Like, what makes you say,
I think the
This is
log
good.
line, like something that feels like commercially viable and also feels like fresh in the in the market. So something that people aren't seeing every day, but you can also see like this could be a big movie, or this could be a even if I shoot it for a lower number or a higher number, it still feels like a film that could be made
Yeah.
at a
Gotcha.
price, but also has a commercial lean to it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And you would say you probably reject more films than you actually approve because you're
Oh,
looking for that specific
For
thing.
sure.
I don't even want to ask you like the most
Yeah.
ridiculous script because I don't want to call anybody out, but I'm sure you come across some ridiculous one. And then every once in a while, I'm sure you come across some gems too.
100%. The gems are hard. It's like
Yeah.
one out of every probably 50 scripts you
I
read.
think it's
or
one in
60.
your email right now in your inbox.
Yeah. Which one? The
Y'all,
gem?
we ain't gonna talk about that. I sent Prince my
The gem?
my script, y'all. He ain't opened the email.
You're a busy man. You're a busy
Well,
man, right?
Keys to the
Prince?
City, this
Well-
series is coming.
Well, I do miss a few things from time to time, but once people bring it back to my, I try to like push it to the front of my.
Or just give people
No,
that
we
general
can
response.
read.
Just resend it to me.
Yeah.
Resend it to me. I'll get to it when I can.
yeah, I'm like it's coming soon.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's what's up. So what do you like? I guess what are you looking to do next?
Yeah,
if
what's
you
like
will?
long term?
Or which I kind of hate because it's like we don't appreciate like the
The
moment that
moment,
we're at
yeah.
now.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it is
yeah.
also like I just wonder, what your ultimate goal is. I guess in terms of what being
Of
the head
next
film or
steps.
what your next step.
I think it's just because right now I pretty much have the opportunity to run a production company, have equity in it, right, and other things within the company that I'm currently at. So it makes it very like fun because we can make what we want to do, also be a financier in it. Because of just the opportunity. I think a big piece is at some point doing my own production company, and generally speaking, and building it out that way. So
Yeah.
I think that would probably be next. But right now it's really nice. We get to make what we want to make. We're making 3-4 films this year.
Yeah.
And it's actually fun, and I get to do it the way I want to do it.
I
and
love that.
Make the projects I want to make.
And what's super dope
That's
about
dope.
that to me is I've been with you a few times and you'll say it'll be a few of us in the room and you'll be like, I wish let's all get money together.
Yes.
That's all. So I think it's dope that you have that mindset and also want to bring people with you. You're not just
Yeah.
one of those people just like, okay, I want to do this production company, but it's like, let me hire Keysha. Let me get her script. Let me hire Natalie to do this. Like you're the type of person that brings people on with your project.
Yes, and that's why I'm going to read it. But also,
Next year.
but also it goes down to infrastructure and like
Yeah.
building out the team and like having other people on the team that can handle some of that load. And that's what we're doing now is hiring more people to do that.
Yeah.
and I need it. So.
And speaking of load, before we go into the topic.
Speaking of
I'm
load.
like, where? Yeah, I'm like,
Right, that was
I'm
weird.
like, where are we
That was
going?
a weird ass transition.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
getting there, but we want to play a quick little game of F, Marry, Kill,
Okay.
which I want to replace those words so bad. But we've got Halle Berry, Lori Harvey. Give me one more. I have it, but I don't know if I should say it.
who is it?
I was gonna say Sanaa Lathan.
Okay.
There you go.
Wait. But what's this actual? So it's F, marry, Q.
Yes.
F, marry, kill.
Okay, and that means
You have to F one of them, marry one of them, and kill one of them.
oh,
I know. Yeah.
Who would it
tough.
be?
It's brutal.
Well, I don't know if I feel good with this one. I feel good with the first two for sure.
That's why I had to throw that last one in there. Let's see what you got.
Jeez.
That's a tough one. I didn't know it was gonna be this
It's so
tough.
funny. What makes it tough is Lori Harvey's a big conversation right now.
Yeah.
So even in like different other chats, so everybody has so many perspectives on it. But I would say, fuck Lori Harvey,
Okay.
marry.
Mary, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna ask to marry Halle Berry.
Okay.
Look
Dang.
at me, I gotta kill Sana.
Dang, you killed
Yeah,
me.
Yeah, I did
She
not
for
want to
the
kill her.
people. That's
a
a hard one.
I did not want to kill her. That was not a good question. I didn't want to kill
That's
That's
anybody.
what we here for. We make
You
you
marry Halle
uncomfortable.
Berry?
Yeah.
She's a little.
You gotta take the loss.
Give me rumors that she
She's
looks
like,
crazy.
she's like
Yeah.
60.
She is not 60, first of all.
Is she not? Halle Berry's like 72.
She's not
Girl,
no
bye.
72. Yeah. You went up from 60.
Girl, bye.
But that's why you would. Okay, so those are your answers. Okay, what we talking about, Keysha?
All right, so we're gonna
Messy bun Keysha today.
Hold on one second. I'm actually
Messy bun.
I'm actually
Kiki.
texting Chevy, y'all. We didn't even address that. Chevy's not here with us on this episode right now, but she just sent me a text.
Oh, Chevy is joining us soon.
Hold on. So
Well,
sorry,
Prince,
guys.
while she's doing that, I'll go ahead and toggle this up. Now, you know so how we do it is
Okay.
we don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
We're just going to pull from the lovely glass.
Okay.
And whatever it is, it could be uncomfortable, it could be easy. We don't
Yes.
know. And we're going to just pull from it. So will you do
You only
us
made me
the
uncomfortable
honors
with killing somebody.
and have Prince? You might be able to redeem yourself by the end of
I
the
just pull
episode.
anything.
Yep.
Anything.
Wait.
Can you just one?
Pick a good one, Prince.
What I do?
We're
I
gonna
just,
get in your business.
I just say it in the mic.
Yep. What is it?
Loyalty versus stupidity.
Ooh.
Natalie always be like, ooh.
always like-
she be Willow Red Table Talk. Ooh.
My sister said the same thing.
That's
She's like, have you ever seen
good.
Table Talk? I'm like, no. But, I mean, what does that mean for you, Keysha? Loyalty versus, what is it?
Versus
Stupidity.
stupidity.
Versus stupidity.
Yeah. I mean, I think, with your friends, your family, your people, it's like you have a certain amount of loyalty. Or you should at least. Most people are. But then sometimes that loyalty takes you into stupidity. And so it's like, where do you draw that line? You know what I'm saying? Where do you draw the line? Or what do you consider being loyal versus being stupid? That's so self-explanatory, so I hate to say it like that. But, yeah, I think that sometimes people's loyalty can... Not even, I mean, stupidity, and it's just like, sometimes you're just loyal to a fault.
Yes.
Where it's like, even with friendships, sometimes I feel like we keep them going for so long just because I've been knowing this person for so
Yeah.
long. But what
Yes.
value are they bringing in your life?
Yeah.
100%.
How are they helping? Or are they hurting? You know what I mean? In that way.
I feel like we're all guilty of that, though. At least I am. I've had friendships and relationships where it's like, dang, I don't want to let this person go. And someone told me a long time ago, they said, stop expecting you from other people. Right? And that helped me a lot, too, because it was like, dang, we've been friends since like the 6th grade. Like, what? Can we fix this? Can we work this out?
Yes.
And it's like you're trying to be loyal to this friendship or you're trying to be loyal to this relationship because there's comfortability there. But it's a very thin line for me as far as stupidity, right?
Yeah.
It's like, dang, how many, like when I used to watch those shows back in the day and the women would keep going back to the man who was abusing, and I was like, dang,
Yep.
why she keep doing that?
You
And
used to watch my show.
No, Maury.
Oh, I thought you said you used to watch your show back in the day. I'm like, well, what show did I have with stupid women?
No, I couldn't think of the name of the show, but basically just women kind of going back, or men just kind of
Yeah.
going back to these, toxic relationships
Yep.
because this person I'm in love with or this person is. So it's a very thin line there for me.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely guilty of hanging on to friendships and relationships that I have no business, the old Natalie, hanging on to. What do you think about it?
I think back in the day, I would probably want to hang out and be more loyal to the people that you probably started with or came with or been on a journey with and had like some great moments with. I think as I've gotten older, I think my position has changed a lot.
Yeah.
I'm loyal to people, but only to the part of as long as it protects my peace. Once after a while, you have to keep dealing with something that you don't want to deal with, and and you also understand that people go through things, sometimes need support, the whole nine. But once it starts to like, affect my peace and my own happiness with dealing with somebody else, I don't feel like it's something I would want to keep.
Yeah.
So I think as I've gotten older, I've gotten way better at that. When I was younger, I would hold on to something like even with family, and you'd be like, I'm dealing with something every day that I shouldn't even be in, but only because you're tied with blood. So I think that like now at this age, I'm like, yeah, right. I like to come home and sleep.
You prioritize
peacefully
your
and everything.
Peace. Yep, that's important. Do you have any like personal relationships where you actually had to, what's the best way to put this? Where you actually had like a recent situation where you had to deal with that, like someone calling you out for not being loyal, or you have anything like recent that may have happened?
No, not ever. I think especially like I'm trying to think about the loyalty thing. If they have that, I've never heard it.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's not the thing, but I've always been loyal to my friends and always shown up for them. But again, I only show up after a certain amount of time. Again, once it starts to disrupt the peace, and I have friends before that they would call, like I have one friend that I started with, and I don't want but every time she would get on the phone with me, it's a problem. Yep. Something's wrong every time. So when I see the phone number pop up or I see something pop up with it, I'm like. And especially don't call me in the morning, because then I'm like, you're already going to mess up my whole day with a different energy. So once it was that, I was like, I just couldn't do it. Every time. Like, it's like every time something's going wrong in your life, every time somebody's doing you wrong.
But could that be a good thing in a sense of, man, Prince always is the answer for me? Like, I get what you're saying, it's draining, but what if this person is like, you're my shoulder to lean on? I know it's a problem, but he's going to hear me out. He's going to, because that's where the boundary comes in.
But why you got a problem every day?
Yeah.
Every day, bro?
Yeah.
Well, but maybe she feels comfortable, this person, in talking to you about it. Is that like sometimes maybe a good thing? Like, dang, I know you got a problem every day, but she feels safe coming to me.
For myself, it's not.
Okay.
For them, probably so. But every time I've gone on, I'm like, why does this just ruin the whole rest of my day?
Yeah.
Like, literally, I just woke up. I really do wake up happy almost every day. So I'm like, to deal with someone, first thing that is have a whole different energy every single time. Not like you.
That's a lot.
If you're going through something, you want to be there for your people. But once it becomes like every single day something's wrong, it becomes more about them than the actual problem. Sometimes it just drains.
Did she call you today?
No.
You cut that off a long time ago.
I did.
Good.
I
You
did.
like,
I couldn't do it.
What was something that, like, when was the time that you had to make that decision where it's like, I'm not doing this. This is my friend or this is my family, but like where you had to draw the line of like, okay, this is going into stupidity. Like, I
think it's like when you're so quick and, even with family and friends, when you're so quick to make a decision that that throws me off my own game. Let me put it that way. Like if I'm running to help save somebody else, quote unquote, like then, once or twice you're like, cool. But once, again, if something keeps happening, then I'm like, okay, whatever happens now, those consequences, I can't help you.
Yeah.
What's your line? Like where you draw the line at?
I do think once it starts to disturb I think my line is... That's it,
the peace.
I don't even know exactly what that line is, but it's once I feel like my peace is now being disturbed.
Mine is like jail. I'm like, nah, I can't.
Yeah, that's a large threshold.
If this is where it's going to take me, let me out. Like,
she's like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, see, I don't think mine would go that far.
He's like, I cut people off long before it gets to that.
Yeah. I don't think it would ever be jail. It's definitely just once I feel like I'm being disturbed every day. Then I'm like, okay, cool. I can't deal with this anymore.
That's a super dope self-awareness to have, because I feel like sometimes
as I got older.
I was gonna say sometimes I need to do that, because sometimes I do have my peace disturbed just still to help the other person.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe that's that thin line there we were talking about between stupidity and, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, my peace is disturbed, but you need me right now.
So right now, it's fine. Then my peace won't be disturbed because you want to be there for him. Yeah. It's when it becomes a consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think that's normal. Like if a friend needs a favor, it might be inconvenient for me. If I'm in the bed, like I don't want to get up right now, but I'm going to do it because you're my friend. You know what I'm saying? So that's in a sense, in that moment, disturbing my peace. But it's not like, oh, I got to cut this person off. But every single day, it's a thing. Then it's like,
I can't no longer be there for you in that type of capacity. That's really what it becomes.
That's a conversation.
But
like, hey,
one couple inconvenience, 100% I understand.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when it's every day inconvenient, I'm like, now this is inconvenient for my life.
Do you feel like, or for both of y'all, do y'all feel like, because I think sometimes people can be more loyal to certain people. Like, do you think you're more loyal to your friends than your mate, or more loyal to your mate than your friends? Because like I feel like sometimes, particularly with women, they'll give a dude so many chances, but then with their friends or their homegirls, it's like you quick to cut her off, or I ain't messing with her, whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like, is it certain people?
You just have me think about it from you guys' perspective. I was just thinking like, that's interesting.
Because y'all niggas be wildin'. No.
but
Prince like, I ain't
but yeah,
realize
y'all
how
cutting
much
off the
fuck boys we
friends,
are.
Right.
But yeah, y'all cutting off the friends.
Well, see, I've been
Wait.
single for like almost 10 years, so I don't know. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
They loyal to mate over friends.
Like, is there any person that you may be a little bit more loyal to? Like, sometimes I think that.
I think once you get a mate, I feel like you have to have a different level
Yeah, it's a different level.
loyalty
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
I just think that it just shifts right out the gate.
Yeah.
Once you decide to be with that person.
Yeah.
Because
but there's still
most will
a
say
line
now
of
you're not hanging out
stupidity.
with your friends the same way, right? It's like the typical relationship stuff that like once somebody's in a relationship, it typically changes how they move.
But I mean, in terms of like giving them multiple chances if they, you know what I mean, do something or being
So
being loyal to that thought. Like, do you give her more of a pass than your friends? Where it's like, all right, I might put myself in a bit of a hot seat for her, but not for my homeboys. Or
I don't think I could do it.
Prince like ain't nobody.
No, because
I ain't got love
yeah,
for nobody.
no, that sounds back to my peace thing.
Yeah.
Like if I'm first of all, I would not be in a relationship to where I feel like I have to
Yep.
give that type of loyalty because I'm with somebody. 'Cause I want to enjoy life and be with them and enjoy moments with them. So if that is happening to that degree, I feel like it's equal on my friends and
Yeah.
mate.
But let's say, okay,
no
so
favoritism.
No, I don't have
Okay.
no.
Let's say this.
favoritism
Let's say
with me.
like you're in a relationship, right? And
Okay.
your mate, I don't know, maybe it's a situation where
I know you're trying so hard not to say cheated or something.
no,
You're trying
not
to think of
cheated,
something
but being no. I'm saying being loyal to that person. Where so maybe you meet one of Natalie's friends, right? And y'all start dating, y'all get into a relationship, but then her and
Ooh, I
Natalie
like
fall
the sound
out.
of this. Oh,
I
So
like
then
the
it's
sound
like-
of this. It's like, what's her name? What's her number, Natalie? Talk to me after the
I was gonna
show.
say
Tell me
send-
more.
I'm gonna say send the list.
But then her and Natalie fall out, and she don't mess with Natalie no more.
Ooh, that's a
right?
deep
But you
one.
met her through Natalie. Natalie is
Ooh.
your friend. So
These-
then it's like, who are you loyal to? Are you more loyal to your girl, and you like, listen, if my girl don't mess with you, I can't rock with you, Natalie, or are you like, Natalie's my friend, and that's between y'all?
That's happening
You know what
to
I'm
somebody
saying?
I know right now.
This
Yeah.
this is part of the difficulty. It's hard because I think I'm gonna go back to my original premise. I do think you are gonna be loyal to the person you're with more than you're gonna be loyal to everybody else. Otherwise, why would you be with them?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you just met the girl and you already know there's a rift, that's one thing. But if you met the girl and you fall for her and you're with her, there's a different energy there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like then you have to learn how to you gotta learn how to navigate that scene a little more.
What if you met the girl and she had a problem with our friendship? Like, have you ever met a girl who had a problem with your female friendships?
Oh, 100%.
How do you navigate that?
Because Prince got a lot of female
You
friends.
have a lot of female
I
friends.
got-
Yeah.
You have a lot of male friends. You have a lot of female friends. But how do you navigate that? You meet somebody, you hit it off, but then you
Yep.
have female friends. It's like, I don't really care for her. I don't really, or the friend might not, or the girl that you're dating might not care for the friends. How do you deal with that?
Okay, so in my relationship so far, I know that some people had problems because of, certain girls that are around at the time. So it does become an issue. I think I manage it well though. Like I feel like you want to bring those people around.
Yeah.
You want to like make them feel comfortable with your person, and I feel like that just takes time, especially since they don't have all the history and
Right.
people just have a. I think we kind of started the place of not trusting what those relationships are, over trusting it. So even if it is just platonic, I think people are still gonna think like, something. Especially if
Yeah.
they're cute, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a different energy to it. So
So what do you do?
I just navigate it. That's what I do. I bring
Yeah,
them
how do you
around.
navigate it?
I bring them around more. There's other events. You do the big events where you have everybody together. Hopefully, get
Yeah.
them talking. Is what I've always done.
So it's basically like, listen, I'm not gonna not be cool with my friends,
yes.
but
she's
I would
giving
like
you-
for you to come and meet them and kick it with them. But I'm not.
Yeah.
But she's
Okay.
giving you an ultimatum. I don't like Keysha. Don't bring her around no more. Now what?
Well,
Keisha
Keisha,
ain't
Oh,
gonna
there
get
we
no
go.
more invites.
Oh, so like,
This is what your
I'm
girl
been watching on
saying,
Instagram like Prince had a party at his house. I ain't know.
right?
Dang.
I feel like that if it's my girl, that she has to have a real reason for thinking. And it needs to be based on some type of logical reasoning.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah,
can't just
it
be
can't just be like, cause she cute and she funny and she fly. You know what I mean? Like,
So that's good. So you're right.
yeah,
in
like
that
all
sense,
that.
So in that sense, you are loyal to the friend and the girl. Like you
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
keep it even keel. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't just be like, hey, bye, Keisha.
Yeah.
She's funny and I can't have funny anymore.
mm.
I wouldn't give it up. I would keep my
Yeah.
friends. And not only that, like once a relationship don't work, then it just becomes a whole thing when you do have to recover those
Yeah.
friendships.
Like, nah, bruh.
That's
Nah,
how
don't
it
invite
goes.
me
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, that's
But
how
it's
it
cute
goes.
in the picture.
Have you been in that situation before? Because I have, where I've had, like you were saying earlier, when you do get into a relationship, you tend to kind of fall back a little bit from
you
your
do.
friends.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened to me. And then when you do break it off with that person, it's like you got to try to recoup these friendships. I don't know. I feel like you don't do that. Like you kind of keep everybody around, but you naturally want to spend more time with this person.
Yes.
And so the other friends start to drop off. Like we used to hang out, go to the movies and do this, but now I'm with him all the time. So like recoup them back to the group. Like how do you?
I've never been that person. I've never been the girl that when I'm in a relationship, I can only be with him.
No,
And I
we
don't
didn't
talk to
say
nobody
only be
else.
with him, but you're spending more time with him.
I mean,
to
that's
the
a
point
natural
where-
thing that you're gonna.
Yeah.
Anybody is going to have less time when they're in a relationship for their friends than what they normally have. But it's the
Right.
difference between having less time and being like, oh, I don't kick it no more at all. I'm just with my man. I know people that are like that,
A
right?
lot.
And
Me
then
too.
they don't have a relationship, and then they want to come back around. I'm more of a balance of like, yeah, I don't have all the time I used to have before because now I'm spending time with him. I'll do group things though together, and then I'll also still kick it. You know, when I
Yeah,
have
when
time
you
to kick it.
can.
And then I still
Yeah.
need me time. You know what I mean? So I'm more of that kind of a person. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to make it even too, but like you said, it's natural. You want to spend more time.
My
with
relationship
him
have
and-
never been even. I don't feel like.
Hmm.
I feel like it's way more on the like
Relationship.
relationship.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not even, but it's not
Yeah.
a like. I'm just not messing with y'all. Period. I might not.
Oh,
I might not go to
no,
karaoke
no.
tonight because
Yeah,
I'm about
yeah,
to go
yeah.
over here. But it doesn't mean I'm never gonna go to karaoke with y'all
100%
again. You know what I'm
agreed.
saying? Yeah.
And having
It's-
those
it's
friends
not
who are
that.
cool with it either way and not being all like, you know, having those friends
So-
that are comfortable with you doing that.
I've
like,
always
Yeah.
been that. Like I just think about it sometimes. My friends I got married. Like most of my friends I grew up with, they're married. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
the ones that I
Mine
actually
too, back
started with.
home.
And that's a big change when they start having kids and families, and then
It's
hanging
tough.
out with single Prince. Right? I get it. Like I get what their wives would think about that.
Yeah.
Like, and I understand it. So when we do get together, we're able to get together all together. But I also am okay understanding, like, yes, your relationship has changed.
yeah.
We don't have the exact same lifestyle. So
That's
yes.
where I feel like you don't have to have the same lifestyle to hang with a person. To be like, oh, you can't hang with your single friends. That's stupid to me. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I'm going to understand that the person is married and kids and you don't have all the time. Or you might not do certain activities. You might not go to the strip club no more.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or maybe you
And that's
do
where I would
because it's
be.
just a getaway
Yeah.
every blue moon. But I think it's stupid when people be like, oh, you can't hang with your single friends. And it's like, why?
Yeah, that's the
I
stupidity.
agree, and
Because
then-
some of the married friends is the ones that's out
Right,
here doing
okay.
shit and trying to make
them
yeah,
do stuff.
no, I agree. But again, like, but those particular friends are the ones that would do like maybe Cheesecake Factory or something where they're at, but they're not gonna be out like.
Out of all
they know-
places.
they
They're not
know
gonna be
Prince
out
gonna have
partying
them
with
out
me.
drunk,
They're not
yeah.
gonna be- no, I'm not gonna have anybody drunk. Wait, I didn't
Have
have
you
you
ever hung
drunk,
out with
Keysha.
Prince and not got drunk?
Ooh, I plead the fifth.
Never.
Whoa. Wait,
Natalie,
few
Is this-
Natalie said in the text today, hanging with Prince will have you drunk, broke, and what?
this loyalty is going down real quick.
We made a pact. I'm not
Low
gonna
key,
snitch you out.
that-
I'm not gonna
that's
snitch
the
you out.
that's the borderline stupidity. When you continue to hang out
Yeah.
with Prince,
Yep, that's kind of true, Prince.
knowing
But you have a good time, and I
shots,
enjoy that about
shots,
you.
another round, drinks.
First
Like,
of all, I've been slow the last couple of times to not drink too much.
Yeah,
I will say the past few times, but then you made up for it.
Yeah.
You bounced back like
yeah.
you came back like them flight prices. Like we making up for all
Not
those,
the play prices.
those cheap COVID tickets. Oh, we recouping all that money, fam. $600. You want to fly to San Francisco?
It's fun drinking with you guys.
That's what it's all about. Being with good people.
But you gave me this glass here.
I did,
So
and
you're actually feeding the.
and you were the only
We just
one.
we
with
just
the
wanted to
glass.
accommodate. That's all that was.
Yeah, we just want to make sure you were good, taking care of you.
That
Because
is
you
hilarious.
loyal to you loyal to
I'm
having
loyal
a
to the
drink.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, that's not healthy.
Yeah, I just think that sometimes you gotta cut people loose. Or deal with people. This is what I'm learning to do. My friend told me this. Like you gotta learn how to deal with people with a long handle spoon. And that's something I don't know how to do. Because I either fuck with you 100% or I don't fuck with you at all. I don't have an in between like
Oh,
it ain't
see, I
really in
definitely
me.
have it in between.
I definitely have.
You
it
have to have it in
in
between. You
Yeah,
cannot like.
everybody's not on the same.
Yeah, everybody does not get the same Keysha.
Yeah.
But if I don't, it's like in terms of like somebody do something wrong. And you like, well, I'm gonna still fuck with this person, just not as much. Or just
Yeah,
not,
if
Yeah.
you,
I
let's
don't
say,
have
you
that
know,
in me. It's
you
like
know,
I
for
don't fuck
example,
with you no more, or I do.
Let's just say you want to borrow $100 from me, and you took a year to pay me back, and you said you're gonna pay me back in 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
That don't mean we're not friends anymore. It just mean I'm never loaning you money ever again because
Yep.
you didn't stick to your word. So I don't not mess with you. It's just I'm not loaning you money no more because you said you're gonna pay me back and you didn't. But you still cool. Let's go to karaoke. Let's kick it.
Yeah.
But you want to borrow money? No, I'm good.
But I mean, that's something where it's like you can maintain the friendship. But let's say you did something foul.
Okay, so you saying something like
You did
slept with
something
your man or
foul.
something crazy like that.
I can't be like, oh well, you know, Natalie, she a DJ, and I might need a DJ one day, so I'm gonna still kind of keep her around, or I'm gonna still kind of be cool. No, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
I don't know how to do the.
Yeah. So I
that
guess it
thing.
depends on what it is.
yeah, and
Yeah.
who it is too.
Yeah, and
Kinda.
who it is.
Because some
Yeah.
people get a little more grace
Yeah.
than others a little bit, which
Yeah.
is the whole loyalty thing. Like some people you do, that's what where you were asking earlier. Some people do for me get a little bit more depending on how long I know them, depending on who it is, depending on what the situation is. So many
But what if
X
it's the
factors
opposite
here.
way though? Like, what if like there's a guy that you're dating, and ultimately like you break up with him, but he got close with your friends. then what
Oh
do you
no, that's
expect your
not
friends
happening.
to do?
Oh no.
I would expect my friends to not get
Yeah,
close
no,
with him.
that's
Like
a-
he got close with them after.
No,
we
he
broke
got
up?
he got close with them during.
So here's the thing.
So then how would you move forward with that?
I am very much, and this is how me and my friends are at home. We're like a family. Like I got one of my friends, and this is probably weird for some people because my mom was like, "What?" Me and her husband are like this. I will come home and she might have to work and she can't hang out, and me and him will hang out, and she's 100% cool with that,
That's
right?
normal, yeah.
So if they were to get divorced, again, unless it's something like he beating on her, you know what I'm saying? But if they got divorced because it just didn't work out, that's still my nigga.
Unloyal.
We're
But
still
typically-
friends.
Unloyal. No way. You still
I
hanging out with
don't
the husband?
expect you to not be cool with my dude no more
What?
unless he did something foul.
But
If it's like it just didn't work,
But typically, at the end of every relationship, is typically always not a great story, no matter how it.
but I mean, if it's
comes
not
out.
nothing that's it's like it just didn't work out, communication, or we just fell out of love, or whatever the case may be. But like, I don't expect if y'all are tight now. If y'all just cool, y'all just speak when y'all see each other. Y'all ain't really developed a friendship during that time. They've been together since. I've been on her now for 20 years.
So you think
right?
she would be cool if y'all were still friends?
She know we gonna still be friends. Yeah.
I don't know about
I
that,
don't know
Keysha.
either.
I don't know,
Yeah.
girlfriend.
I don't
You
know.
into some
I think you
stuff
can see a
right
different
there.
loyalty quick.
Like, because here's the thing, he's now my friend as well, right?
Are they still together?
They're together.
Oh, so you're
I'm just
saying
saying
hypothetical.
hypothetical
Okay,
if they wasn't. But he's my friend now for 20 years, right?
Who was the friend first? The
She
guy?
was my friend first.
And then, so you're not loyal. You would be loyal to
It's not.
him
I don't
over
think.
her.
What I'm saying is, for me, it wouldn't be an issue of loyalty if you're still cool with this person. If y'all really have a genuine friendship. Now, if it's just like you meet my dude, y'all speak when y'all see each other, y'all might follow each other on social media, but y'all ain't really friends. Y'all don't kick it like that, and we break up. I don't expect y'all to do anything more. I don't expect y'all to then develop this great friendship, right? You can still keep it as speaking to him or whatever. But if y'all became great friends during that time, I don't have an issue with that.
I think that's interesting.
Yeah, that's
Because
something.
I don't think it works. Well, just because like if you have a group of friends and this person comes back around, and if they want to talk to somebody, flirt with somebody else in that group that they're a part of, and so forth, that's what normally creates the problems. It's a whole social part of that. It's a part of like, are they hanging with the group? Are they around like all the time? And you're still dealing with that other friend who's supposed to be around too. So like, just take this, you guys' relationship. You guys are together quite a bit, right? You date a guy. You're still friends with the guy. I'm gonna say the same thing. 20 years, it didn't work out. Natalie got mad and kicked him out. And then, but he didn't do nothing wrong. Just she got tired of him. But you were friends with him. If he was at a party with you guys and he started showing up in our group stuff and he's headed to the parties and he's flirting with some of the other girls that are coming to the parties that are new friends, you're gonna feel some type of
But
Yeah,
I
of
think
course,
it's a matter of
100%.
still have respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if y'all not cool, if my friends completely stop speaking to you or whatever, I don't expect you to ever talk to somebody I know. So, like, I think you're still going to have respect within that. I don't think you have
But I
to
might
not.
just like
Think about
that
it. We
person.
have
Vibe.
friends who are no longer together, right? But that person still comes around. Their person still hangs out with their friends.
That's a little different.
How?
Because I think, you were talking about marriage and somebody actually being married in a committed relationship. And I also think it depends on what you're doing. Now, if you're cool with this guy and y'all just want to catch up every once in a while, but if you hanging out, bowling, drinking, karaokeing with him, that's a whole nother level of social, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, it's one thing if y'all still say cool and you went to Detroit and you holler at him, hey, I'm keep picking me up from the airport, cool. But if you hanging out with him and his boys and you're not cool with it, but they broke up and you're not cool with it, that's a whole different level of.
I don't think it would be everybody. Like, my other friends' husbands, I'm not that close with like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're close. We're
I'd
cool.
love to see what your friend. I wish we can call her
But-
right now and see if she will. She easily be cool with this.
She wouldn't.
Friends,
She wouldn't care.
I hope she sees
That's
this.
so
and I want her to
interesting.
Her
comment.
personality and how she is, she wouldn't care. Because some people would have an issue with that, right? Some people would
I
be
think
like,
most.
Most
or
would because
just with the friendship in general. Some people
Yeah.
have an issue with that.
Yeah, they
but
would.
she's very like secure. She's very like, I know that y'all friends. We have a bunch of mutual friends. He and I. We're from like the same area. Like that's how everything kind of our friendship developed from that. But like she wouldn't care. She
I guess
honestly
I can see
wouldn't
if you were friends with him first, but since you met him through her,
That's
I
how
don't
I've always
know.
connected in my relationship. I'm like, if they meet through me, that's a different type of.
I think it
Yeah.
depends
You have to
on
make-
like
you have to make a
like
choice.
my last dude. I'm not
We
close
done,
with none
y'all
of his
done.
friends to still be cool with him. You know what I mean? By no
Yeah.
means. Like I still speak to him when I see him, but
Yeah.
I'm not close. I don't hang out with his friends like that. You know what I mean? So it's like.
So you
I don't
admit
know.
that, but you do admit that situation would be more of an anomaly than the norm.
Yeah, I don't think it would be the norm, and I don't think it would be with every friend. Like I don't think that you probably have a relationship with all of your homeboys' girls.
Yeah, I don't have a relationship with any of them. No.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's a lot of
I
friends
want
who
to make
I
sure
don't
you guys all
have.
know no relationship. With,
I don't have that type of relationship with. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? All of my friends.
Well, I just want to
spouses
tell
or
all my
husbands,
friends
but-
if I get into a relationship and we break up, Y'all breaking up with him too.
That's
That's just what it is. That's just how I am.
I feel like guys see it the same way.
Yeah,
Because
you're not
first of
being
all,
friends
no
with him.
homie is hanging out with the girls that I used
You're
to
not
have.
being friends with my ex.
And just hanging
Period.
around.
I'm gonna still speak. I
No,
mean,
you're
here's
not.
the thing: if he did you wrong, if he did you dirty,
Not her
no.
fighting for this.
Because here's what happened: they get back together next month, and now it's like I stopped
Well,
speaking
then
to
you
We
you.
didn't say
talk
you
to
had
him
to go.
again.
we
You
didn't
can hit
say-
him up.
Yeah, we didn't
No.
say you had to go off on him.
If you see him at the store or something, you can say what
Yeah,
up.
I'm
But
gonna
you're
say
not
hi.
hanging out with him when you ain't doing
I'm
no
not
group
cool enough
activities.
with none of y'all dudes like that to hang out with them. That's what I'm saying. I'm not cool with all of my friends'
Okay.
spouses on that level. I have
just
their
want y'all
phone
to know.
numbers. We follow each other on social media, but like me and my homie, like my homeboy Javar, I'll say his name. That's like my dog. You know what I'm saying? I hang out with him. I talk to him. I don't do that with all of my friends' spouses. I don't think you develop even that type of friendship with
Right, it's
everybody like
rare.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
don't
We
know.
watch
We
so
gotta
many
vote
movies
on
and
this.
shows. I just don't see it go well. I watch a lot of Investigation Discovery, and typically it goes really bad at this point. Typically somebody dies at this point.
Oh gosh.
And on that note, is it email time?
it is
That's
time
hilarious.
for the tea.
Wow. I want to talk to this friend. I really do.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've just never heard that.
Her name is Ebony. I can call her right now. She probably asleep.
I would love to talk to Ebony. We need to talk
Yeah,
to Ebony
Ebony
off
black.
air.
Y'all want
I'm
to
like, you
let's
ain't
see.
talking to my man. Yeah, let's call her up.
Let's see if we can call her up.
Unless she doesn't care.
I don't know if I
anymore.
can put her on speakerphone because
Unless she just wants to get
Tell
rid
her,
of him.
tell her she on speakerphone.
she ain't gonna care either way. It's 10:30 back home. She might be up.
Hello.
What?
Not the proper voice.
Yeah, that was
So
well.
first of all, let me get this disclaimer. You're on speakerphone on my podcast right now, okay? So act like you got some sense.
Hey, girl.
Yo.
I can't make no promises. But
So we having a conversation about loyalty, right? And we're talking about the conversation came up about like still being cool with your friends' exes. So I gave a hypothetical, right? And I gave the example of how how me and Javar are cool, right? So hypothetically, if y'all were to ever divorce, but now me and Javar have been friends for like 20 years, would you expect? And it ain't on no shady stuff. It ain't like he slept with your
you my
mama.
friend. You my friend.
Thank
No,
you.
we told
She's
you.
such a-
We told you.
She already knows.
We said
Thank
no
you.
way.
Hey, in the
You
call.
are my friend. Me and him already had this conversation.
See?
They argue over my friendship.
You see?
They legit argue over my
Yeah.
friendship.
That's what we're.
We already had this conversation.
So if y'all break up on some mutual stuff, not nobody did nobody
knew
dirty,
it.
right? Y'all divorce.
Nobody does. Yo, we're like, what?
Okay, good to know.
Thank you so much. What's her name? Ebony?
Mhm.
You a real one,
Thank
Ebony.
you.
We tried to tell her.
You went the
I'm like,
direction
call her up.
we thought it was. She was like, no, Eb's different.
She's like, Ebony, she don't trip.
She
she
don't
like
care.
that.
Me and Javar hang out. She don't
She
care.
cares.
No, but for real, no. I know that over the years, y'all really do have a different relationship. That you talk to him like a brother, not like me. So I would understand, but the nigga not coming to the barbecue.
That's funny. He's probably
you.
right there, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Right in
God,
bed.
that's so funny. All right,
He
we just
is not, okay? And I may not come. He can't come to the wedding and stuff.
There we
He
go.
gets limits on y'all friendship.
yeah,
These
like I would
boundaries.
never invite him to my wedding, and I know that she gonna be there. You know what I mean? Whatever, like that kind of a thing.
Yeah, but that's already a problem.
Because I
Yes.
would turn that bitch up
Yeah.
with another woman.
See what I mean? I love that.
Oh
I love
my
your
God.
honesty. Thank you, Ebony.
All right, let me finish this podcast. Boo. Bye.
And on that note, Keysha, I think you have something to say to Prince and I. You can say it right to camera.
What do I have to say?
We were right. 100%.
Not 100% because she literally said I
No.
understand y'all friendship.
No,
And
no.
y'all
Oh
can
my
still be
God.
cool,
No.
but he can't come to the
No,
wedding.
no, he can't come to nothing. Like, no.
She
It
said no
wasn't just a
barbecues.
wedding. It was nothing.
Yeah. And
But
stand,
I don't have to be like, hey, I can't talk
we
to you.
stand
I can't
corrected,
speak to you.
Prince. We stand corrected.
Yeah, right. She did exactly what we thought she was gonna do.
Yep, I knew it. I just
I said for her to
interesting
do that.
situation.
Yeah, because they know you cannot. Once you can invite them to pertinent events and great events, the friendship is gone because they're gonna feel some type of way once you don't bring them to the barbecue.
That's
and
it.
you have everybody else there.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, "How come you didn't invite me?" And then what are you gonna say?
This is so funny. Hold on. I got to answer this now because now her husband calling.
Uh-oh.
What up, though?
Oh, for real?
He says, they fight over my friendship, y'all. That's what I was telling them. I'm like, listen, we got a different friendship. I'm not saying y'all gonna have this with all of y'all friends, mates, but we've been friends now for 20 years. So if hypothetically they were to divorce, like, I don't think that she'd expect me to not be his friend. Obviously, I'd have some limitations on, like, you know what I mean? You ain't just at the crib chilling, whatever, coming to everything. But like, it wouldn't be like you can't never speak to him unless it was something foul. You know what I mean?
I'm moving to California. What you talking
This is my dog, man. Like this like my brother right here.
Oh man.
It's your
Wait. Ask him the same question though. Would he expect you to pick a side?
Well,
she said they've talked
can't
about
expect
it.
me to pick a side because
But she did.
she was my friend first, so he couldn't expect me to pick a side.
Oh, so there is a different level of loyalty.
A little
Is what
bit.
you're
Well,
saying.
no, I'm saying that she could expect to pick a side because she could feel like you were my friend versus, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't be like, no, you got to pick a side because, you know what I mean? Because I met him through her as her boyfriend. So I don't think that, you get what I'm saying? Am I making sense or not?
Kinda.
I pulled you out that crack house though.
And on that note, this is why I can't call my friends on speakerphone.
Hey, I like him. That's hilarious.
They are
No, that's
ridiculous.
That's what it normally becomes after.
That part.
At the crack house, that's a big deal.
I cannot stand either one of them. I'm not going to be friends with neither one of y'all.
That's hilarious.
How about that?
Let's get into this email.
All right, I'm going to hit y'all later. Bye.
So as you all know, that was funny. I like them.
ridiculous.
They're great. That looks like a long email. My goodness.
It is kind of long, but let's get
so
into it.
you know we wrap up the show with the email. Let's let Keysha read that.
So Prince, because I don't know if you
Read emails?
watch the podcast.
uh-huh.
You definitely don't read emails. We know that.
Script been sitting there for months.
So this part of the show is what we call Tea Time, where we have our viewers email us if they have a question about they need some advice or a sticky situation or a crazy story, or they want to just ask us a personal question about ourselves. So this is from we keep it anonymous. It's either niece or nephew.
I like when you use names.
This is our nephew. He sent the whole picture and everything. Let me see. Can I see on this picture? Okay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. This is your favorite nephew, the one with the good hair. Okay. So my homie, Ace Boone Coon, would have been the best man in my wedding. He has me in shambles right now. My boy flew down and stayed with me for a few days, and during that time, he used my iPad. About a week after he left, I go to a social media app on my iPad and notice that I have a message. I go to read the message, and it's a homosexual guy sending explicits. I soon realize that this is not my social media page logged in on this iPad. It's my homie's. The language and messages shocked the fuck out of me. My homie is real thuggish, ruggish, so I never expected any homosexuality out of him. He doesn't know that I've seen these messages, and I've subconsciously faded away from him. We went from talking several times a week to about once a month, if that. That's funny because we're talking about loyalty. This has been eating at me for a while now. I think it has been eating at me the most because this is one of my homies because this is my one homie that I maybe thought could be fully transparent with. We have a no judgment friendship. I'm probably more hurt by his secret than the contents of his secret. Continue to keep this to myself or address it.
Wow.
Love the show. Let me know where I can send y'all a few bottles of wine. Okay.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you,
We'll
nephew.
send you to Addie.
Yeah, if you
Thank
say
you,
I got an
nephew.
address too.
I keep hitting this
Just
mic.
for the
That's
wine.
really interesting letter. Wow.
It's actually a deep letter.
That's really deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he wants to know if he should feel away. What was his
He
last
said,
question?
should he address it or keep it to himself?
I
It
don't
sounds
see-
like he's already
He
feels a
hasn't
way
kept it
about
to
it
himself.
because
Yeah.
he's...
I don't see how he kept a secret
Yeah, because
this
his
long.
actions are changing.
Yeah.
Well, no,
like,
he's saying that should he talk to his homeboy about what he saw? He hasn't told his homeboy that he.
I would've
seen
made
him.
that call
But he also said the
immediately.
communication has started. He
Yeah,
said starting to
he's-
fade
he
away. Is
fell
what he
back.
said.
He
Yeah.
fell back from the friend, but
and
he
the friend
hasn't
probably
told the friend
notices.
why.
Yeah.
He probably notices if you go to talk with somebody every day and all of a sudden he doesn't know why the friend yet, but he notices the lack
Yeah.
of communication. That it's a little bit less than it used to be. So that's interesting. I would have been said something though.
Yeah, I definitely think that you should address it in a sense of not in actually. Now that I think about it, I don't know. I don't know that I would say you definitely should address it because maybe that's for him to talk to you about when he feels ready to talk to you about it.
Yeah, but you're gonna be uncomfortable in the meantime.
But
Why would I be uncomfortable?
but why is that up to them to feel
Because you're
uncomfortable?
treating me different now. You're not calling me as much.
No, I'm
You're-
saying why do I need to treat you different, or why do I need to fall back from you, or why do I need
But
to
he
bring
has
it to
fallen.
you?
He has fallen back.
That's
That's
what I'm
his side.
Right, but I'm saying that I don't. At first, I was like, yeah, he definitely should address it, and then I'm like, I don't know if you need to address it. If I find stuff on your iPad, why do I need to come at you like Nat or my iPad?
Yeah,
why do I
I
need
got
to
X
address
The only
videos
reason
all over
you,
mine.
the
Would
only
you
reason
look
you
at
would
me
have to
different?
address it because you're acting different towards
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
And
Why
gonna
do I need to act different or address it? Maybe I need to be my normal self.
Yeah.
That's your business. And when you feel like it's the time to tell me or open up to me, if you want to tell me that or share that
But
with
he's
me.
not his normal self. He's just being distant.
Right. So I'm saying maybe if you're not going to be like, hey, let me check this off because this is my friend.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you need to address it because now you're being distant and the person doesn't know why. But in addressing it, I can't. I'm not checking you about it. Hey, I saw this on my iPad. Why you ain't tell me? Why do I need to tell you? I don't know. Everybody you fucking. Right?
Prince.
I think I come from the part of like what the friendship is, right? Because if they're like, I don't know, he said like best friends or whatever they were, like friends.
It's boom cool.
Like I don't think that would be my position to address. But I'll be honest, on my end, I wouldn't care. As long as it didn't affect the way that we navigate and the way that we move in the world. Again, I'm not gonna say you wouldn't have that in the back of your head now because you saw what you saw. But also like there is no clarity there because they hadn't spoke about it. So even the mere part of like coming from him or like that this was him again. He said pictures on the iPad, which is weird. I'm like, are you saving pictures on an iPad or is it a website?
Oh, no, it was
Well,
an app. It was an app
he
that
had
he went
logged
into.
into his social, I guess, and he never logged out of it. So he's thinking he's pulling up his Instagram or whatever site it is, and it's this person.
And maybe it's this person's way of wanting him to find it so that he can be open about,
About
his
his sexuality.
Yeah, maybe he's like, let me leave this open so he can mention it to me. These days, you just don't know. It could have been done on purpose. Who knows? Either way, that's why I think I would say something because that could be a cry for help too. It's like, okay, let me leave this so he can see it. Probably not. That's probably not what happened, but it could be an option. Like, let me leave this open so and so can see it, and then they can ask me about it, and they can start like this healthy conversation. Yeah. I just think if we are as tight as you say, then I should be able to be like, hey, by the way, I logged into my social media app and I noticed. And then see where it happens from there. But to keep it in, that might. I mean, obviously he's acting a little different, so to keep it in is obviously causing some type of
a rift between them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to be able to be your normal self with him, then absolutely have the conversation. I think that, and it sounds like he's not trying to not be his friend. I think he just feels a way that he hasn't told him, which I can understand. If you're close to somebody and you don't know this part of their lives, it's kind of like, why are you keeping this? Do you
Especially
feel like
if you're
you have
hunting
to
every
keep
night.
It's 50-50 because it's like it's your
Hunting.
business. Hunting? What do you
hunting for?
Because I feel like when guys go out, I feel like there's only a few things that we do well. Like we don't go out with. It's really intentional. If I'm going out, typically we're going out to hunt.
Yeah.
We need to see some ladies. We need to have a good time. So like you're either hunting, chasing money, and really those are, to be honest, I don't know if guys go out for anything more than those two.
Hunting and chasing money. Okay.
I do.
I wonder if he.
So I wonder how they
I'm guessing
operate
he
together.
has to be dating women if
If
y'all
he
been
didn't
friends
know
for
all
this
this
long.
time.
Yeah, that's
It's
why
not like
he's probably
never gonna
like,
have a
yo,
girl around.
I didn't know. Like,
Like, what do you?
I don't think it should affect the friendship.
I don't either.
And by no means should you be like, oh, I don't want to be his friend because.
But it does change things a little bit to the point of, and when I say that, just to the point of the way that you operate. So like, if you are if you are questioning the sexuality, or you do have to, but I guess if they operate the way they've been operating and there's been no issues to date, I don't understand whatever they do. I don't think it should be a problem now.
Yeah.
I think I would leave it alone.
Yeah,
I literally think I honestly would probably leave it alone.
For me, it's hard because he's starting to act different now.
But he is, right? The
or
guy
you
that-
can wait until the
guy
friend
who
is
saw
like,
Who saw the photo.
you can wait until the friend is like, what's up? What's wrong? And then, hey, I saw X, Y, and Z, and I just kind of felt a way of like, why
but
you never
if that
shared
never
this with me?
happens,
I would
just
say
say
I
something.
actually logged into your Instagram, man.
Yeah, me too. I would just
And
be like, Keisha, you
saw-
want to tell me something? I don't know.
I think I probably would have said the same thing.
Well,
That's a hard one.
yeah.
So it sounds like the advice is for you to call your friend and have a conversation.
Have that conversation.
And talk to him about it. And
Well, Prince, it's been lovely having you here.
Yes.
I got deep.
It's been it did
I
get
got
but I
heavy.
really like that. I like that. I haven't heard anything like that before. So that was
because
great.
you should be a loyal friend.
Loyal versus
Stupidity.
stupidity. Prince, thank you for coming today. We
No,
had
thank you
fun.
for
I
having me, like-
appreciate
So much for pulling
And not only that, I got a glass of wine. Like, can I take home the bottle before?
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
you
We
can
got-
have it.
You can
Yeah.
have the rest.
All right,
What do you
sweet.
have anything coming up
What's
or
next
anything
for you?
coming out? Anything that they can look out for? Where can they find you on your socials?
You know what? I'll just say this. We're on the last season of Black Love. So
Woohoo.
we're on the last season of Black Love. So please check out our last season. We're doing a little screening next week at ABFF.
Nice.
It's one of the screening, and we're doing a lot of cool stuff with the brand as well. So there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming out.
That's
I'm
dope.
excited.
That's dope. We'll definitely put your social in the comment section as well. Or for
Yes.
those that are just listening. No, I'll put it on there on Apple and Spotify so that they can find you and follow you.
Prince
so
Baguette.
thank you guys for tuning in again to another episode of Somebody's Auntie. Make sure y'all send us y'all emails. If you have a question for us, any advice, a crazy story, you can send it to somebody's somebodysAuntie@gmail.com. It's SOMEBODYSAUNTEA. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next week.
Later, babies.
Peace out.
Peace.
Prince Baggett in the